Celebrity Digest and the Jam Talk.
Yeah, the Jam Talk.
Meet.
Actually meet.
Okay, well, jumping on to the next story, we have producer Diddy. Producer Diddy, known for his hit songs that he produced in the early 2010s. One of the songs is Stamina, the Stamina remix by Eddie Kenzo. He had the Mikono wa Gulu by Coco Finger. He had Kaleke Kasome by Morris Hassa. He had Traffic Man Officer by Gift of Kado. More and more. Even more and more songs that he produced via his studios in Machindi. Well, producer Diddy was arrested for producing a video. They termed it as an obscene video because it was concerning a song Panado Wabachala, Panado Wabasaja. So there he got arrested and then he was detained for some time. But in arrest, it says that after being arrested, the police and then security officers confiscated his materials, his equipment, everything, and then by the time he was in prison. By the time they did their investigations, inquiries, they found him not guilty. He pleaded not guilty. Then, you know that period we spend in the prison. Even though it's 1 year or 2 years, you can find when the world has moved on so many steps.
You lose track of time.
Yeah, has gone so many steps far away from you. Well, what do you say? Because recently he was spotted not doing well. He had moved even out of Kampala. He had relocated to to the outskirts of Kampala, deeper. So he was there rearing goats and then saying farming, digging. He says that anybody who is willing to give him a hand and then resurrect his music production career and videography should give him a hand. What's your take about producer Diddy's situation apparently? Well,
for us who grew up growing up as teens in the 2010s and the early 2000s, and we've danced to producer Diddy's music. It has really been the good sounds of the years that time, because it was his time. You get the Kaleke Kasome was a very good track that played all over with a good message. So for me, it's really disappointing that Diddy is doing that, because I actually saw one of his interviews and he's really doing bad, very, very bad. I think people have to come, if you worked with him, the likes of Eddie Kenzo, the likes of even Gift of God is doing bad himself, so of course you don't expect him to help you. The other guys that he worked with Coco Finger, please give a hand, give Diddy a hand to resurrect his production career again. You get, because he really did for you good music. You get, he's a very good guy. He was a very good producer of then. You get, so let's support him. Let's all come out and support him. And also, the government should really, I think they should really give. Why do you confiscate someone's property and you find him innocent and bring them back? If he's innocent, bring back his property. You get. I think before I know when they arrest you, they register your things. They go to with a phone, a wallet, a shoe. When you're moving out, they hand them to you and you start from there. But then they didn't give him back his things. You get. How do they expect him to survive?
Which is not good at all. Well, Diddy, the fortunate thing I liked about him that he said he had started puffing weed and then he had involved himself into using toxic substances. Fortunately enough, he said he quit them. He was helped and then he quit them, because if he was found in a status whereby he's still taking weed and then taking toxic substances, it would have been really a very, very terrible situation. Because when a person is doing worse and then he adds on taking and then smoking weed, puffing toxic substances, it looks really terrible. Their situations are always not good. But the good thing is it still looks a bit fairly, but when helped appropriately, he will gain back his footing and may not catch up with the likes of the producers, the current producers making hits, the producers like Di Mario, Nessim, Dan Magic. There are so many. The list is quite long, but we hope he bounces back strong. Well, Diddy, before this scenario came out, last year he was being pinned by one of his ex-baby mamas, saying Diddy wasn't taking care of his children, and then in particular, I remember there was one daughter. Daughter was claiming that Diddy wasn't providing child support. Well, child support has become child support in Uganda. Why do men just plant their sperms everywhere without giving child support.
When you say plant, there's sperms everywhere actually. But I would say, you see, Didi, it's good that, like you said, he didn't go back. Okay, he tried using drugs and all that, but he managed to bounce back. You get, he didn't get caught up in the moment of using drugs and alcohol. You know, depression is really a bad thing. You get, it can lead you to doing anything. You get, but about his wife and the child, he failed to support. It's really bad because you know, man, being a man is really also challenging sometimes, but not that challenging. Just being a human being is just a bit also challenging. But I just hope he gets the courage. But right now he's not financially well. You get, he's not doing well, so I don't think he can support the kids. So if the mother has the capacity to take care of the kids, as the guy picks up himself, let the woman first take responsibility. As the man picks up himself, you get, all of us have a time where we are down, and your partner has to step up and take charge. So I think this is the time that the woman has to take charge of the kids until Didi picks up himself, and then he starts getting something to support. Because right now he can't even afford himself. He can't even buy himself normal meals, lunch, supper, and breakfast. He can't do that. So how do you expect him to take care of another person? You get? Yeah. Also, men should really. I think, like unlike the West, where people kids are planned for, Africa is a bit different, or Uganda, or maybe I don't know. But people are giving birth to kids that they don't even plan for. They just give birth. Time comes when you have to now be responsible and take your kids to school, medical bills, and you fail to do those things because you didn't plan for the children. Let's just start planning for our kids. Let's use condom for those that you think you don't have enough money, and let's just plan for the children. Family planning is everywhere. Use condoms. If you don't want to use a condom, take your wife to those family planning things to avoid unnecessary giving birth just like that.